We are from Anexas Consultancy, and Anexas Consultancy welcomes you to the talk show where we are bringing in lots of people who have done training programs from us and who have attended our training programs sometimes 13 or 14 years ago. We started our operations in 2006, and as you know, 2006 when we started in Bangalore, and now we have got many offices around the world. And the 14-year journey was really very, I would say, full of ups and downs. But some of the people, they always motivated us during our journey. And one of them I would like to mention is Vipin. At that time also he used to motivate us, and now today also his success motivates us. He did green belt and black belt and master black belt from us, Anexas. In fact, he had done his green belt and black belt from ING Vaishya when he was working with that company. ING, I think ING he was working. In fact, he will tell more about it. And it has been 10 years since he has done master black belt from us. And now I would like to hear from him. And it's this being a foundation month, we are completing 14 years of our existence. So as a company, so it's a pleasure to bring in Mr. Vipin Vaidyanathan to talk to you, and I would like him to share some of the maybe whatever he remembers about Anexas long time back, and then how he has got benefited from Lean and Six Sigma trainings. We would like to hear from him. So Vipin, welcome to our talk show, Quality Talks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amitabh, and it's always a pleasure to interact with you and be part of Anexas. A lot of memories are coming back to me with this interaction that we are having today, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be part of this show. So as you rightly said, I got inducted into the world of Lean and Six Sigma quite a few years back, almost 16-17 years back. When I was with GE Capital International Services, those days it used to be known as, in Hyderabad. I was working in a collections process for US customers, and that's when I got the first taste of Lean and Six Sigma, where we were focused on making our process a Six Sigma process. And then I completely lost touch with Lean and Six Sigma. I moved on to work in other organizations like HDFC Bank and IBM. And then when I joined ING again around 2006, 2007 is when I got back into the world of Lean and Six Sigma with my black belt certification, and then subsequently my master black belt certification with Anexas. And I got opportunities to work on some amazing projects, make a lot of process improvements, and that's what kind of got me back into the methodology, helped me learn the methodology in much greater detail, also apply the knowledge that I had acquired through the training in practical real life scenarios. And thanks to Anexas, I must admit that it was not just a plain classroom theoretical training program. I mean, first of all, I had the privilege of getting trained by you. So you make the sessions very, very interactive, very, very fun. Otherwise Six Sigma is people perceive it as a very boring and tough topic with a lot of statistics and complex mathematical calculations, but you kind of bring a lot of humor to the class and make it very light and help us understand the concepts in such a beautiful way. So that kind of encourages us to kind of learn. So and it goes beyond that, because it is not just a theoretical class, but you also give us the opportunity to experience real life projects. So I still very clearly remember your association with Akshaya Patra those days, and how you used to share with us examples of the live projects that you were doing with Akshaya Patra and the charitable institution, and that kind of really cemented those concepts in our mind more than just the theoretical learning that you have in a classroom. And also the opportunity that you gave me to facilitate your training sessions. So as part of my master black belt curriculum, I remember that actually were gracious enough to take the risk.
What exactly happened after? What exactly happened after once you became a master black belt from us? So how did you apply your tools and techniques and whatever you learned from us?
Right. So two things. One is definitely helped me to manage my job, in a much better way, because I was already a general manager quality and Lean Six Sigma with ING at that point of time, with a team of 6 black belts doing full-time Six Sigma projects. So the knowledge that I gained from Anexas through the training actually helped me to run those projects in a more effective and efficient way. I was able to mentor the projects in a much better way. I was able to resolve stakeholder issues, because Six Sigma is not all about the technical tools. It's also about the soft skills. It's also about how to deal with senior stakeholders, how to resolve conflicts, how to take the project forward, when you don't have support, in the organization, and how to, take your stakeholder, or bring your stakeholders on your side. So the training actually helped me to implement all those kind of changes in the organization and make the projects more successful. And obviously the other aspect of it is the whole facilitation part, where facilitating workshops, facilitating brainstorming sessions, gathering insights from the process owners, and helping that, or using that to make the projects more successful. So that's how I see the value in this methodology.
Do you remember any of the projects or any of the successes? Either it can be using Six Sigma tools, or it can be due to a project which you achieved and which you can share with all of us.
Sure, sure. So I would quote an example from HSBC, my days in HSBC, where I actually did a project in Qatar, where the retail banking head was struggling with the account opening process for retail banking in Qatar, and apparently a lot of management consultants had come and attempted resolving this issue in the past, and they had all failed. And everybody was very sarcastic and skeptical about Lean and Six Sigma and process reengineering when I entered the scene. And I must admit that it was not as complex as it was made out to be, because it turned out. So when I actually did my initial diagnostic study and analyzed the reason why account opening is getting so delayed in Qatar, it turned out that there were a lot of errors in the input quality, and this is something which we always tend to ignore, where we are so focused on the process itself that we tend to kind of overlook the factors that go into the input quality. And the answer to all the problems was actually lying there, where there were a lot of data entry errors in the application, where we just had to put some mistake proofing techniques into the application form, so that the application is filled up correctly by the customers, which in turn allows you to process it straight through, rather than having to do rework and errors and all of that. So I just used some of these very simple techniques, a little bit of automation, a little bit of mistake proofing, a little bit of training for the frontline staff, and we were able to successfully bring the error rate down from almost 90% to less than 10%. And it was such a big success that instantly we could see the results. We did not have to wait for months or years. Instantly the error rate started dropping down. customer satisfaction went up, turnaround time reduced, staff motivation levels increased because the frontline staff who used to really struggle to onboard customers and sell, they could kind of now get the customer's account opened much faster. So it was an amazing example of how you don't have to do any complex statistical things. By just using some simple tools and techniques and following the rigor of Six Sigma, you can actually achieve breakthrough success. And the beauty of this project, sir, was that because of the amazing positive results it brought, we got a mandate from the management that we should replicate this across all the other countries in the Middle East. So it was very well received.
That is really superb. And it's reducing the errors from 90% to 10%. Now, many times when I speak about it in my training programs, that the errors using Lean and Six Sigma tools can be reduced drastically. Sometimes people, if they're not our clients, and especially when we are pitching for our services to new clients, prospective clients, they start suspecting this. They say, how is it possible? What are we doing so wrong? It means you're telling that we are committing mistakes and you reduce the errors by so much. What exactly you do? What is the magic wand you are going to bring in? And what is that you are going to tell us, which we already don't know? Because we have been in this process for so long. We are working for the last 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. And here you are, who's telling or claiming that in 3 months I will reduce your errors by 80% and 90%. So what exactly, what should I tell them? Sometimes I also look at them and they say, you have to just believe. Sometimes I show them the videos of people like you or many of our clients who have already told on record that we really, I remember one of the clients in Bank Muscat. They talked about it on video and they're so happy. In fact, Lean Six Sigma helped them achieve to bring them to the, I think, top 5. They were amongst top 5, but they became #1 bank, if I remember correctly, by 2012. So they all acknowledge it. It was not due to Six Sigma alone. It was due to their strategy, which also included Six Sigma. But they acknowledge that. But it's very difficult for us to make the clients believe, the prospective clients. So what would be your answer to that? If I will try to take some clue from you. So how you would answer, what you would tell these people who are so skeptical that, what Six Sigma can do, what is that magic there? So if you would like to throw some light on that.
Sure. I mean, definitely it is a challenge, sir. You're absolutely right that, sometimes it's very difficult to convince the management on the benefits and how Six Sigma can actually help. But what has actually worked for me is that, one, I try to speak the language that, they understand in terms of articulating the benefits in a value that excites them. So, for example, if somebody is struggling with high operating cost, then rather than speaking in terms of reducing turnaround time or improving customer satisfaction, those kind of matrices, I would, take the risk of telling them that by allowing me to, do a project in your area, I would actually help you to bring down your operating cost by, X percentage. And that kind of puts their antennas up, because that is a metric that they are struggling with, and they are willing to do that experimentation or take their chance. I mean, they are still very sarcastic about it. They still try to say that, like you rightly said, I have been in this business for 20 years, and what is it that which I don't know. But then they still half-heartedly give you that opportunity because you're actually claiming or promising that you're going to help them with a metric that they are struggling with, and that kind of works in our favor because it at least gives us an entry point. And then yes, we have to struggle a bit to show them the results. We have to work a bit hard to show them the results, but yes, considering the background and the experience that we come with, with a little bit of effort, we can actually turn things around. So that works well for me.
Wow, that's a good clue. That's a good clue for people like us and all the master black belts certified by us who are looking at rolling out Lean and Six Sigma in their organization, or even those master black belts who have become entrepreneurs now, because many of our master black belts are doing pretty well as a Lean Six Sigma consultant. Sometimes they are our competitors, but that's fine. We are always happy that we are responsible for our own competition. That's the best thing to achieve, I would say, as an institute, because and most of the time they end up helping us. Most of the time, our master black belts, even though they are doing consulting on their own, they help us. They give us references. They give us much of their work. Sometimes they outsource to us because they know that we have got a group of 10 master black belts with us, full-time master black belts with us. So some of the clients need too much of bandwidth from the consultant, and when they are not able to cater to that need, then they definitely tap Anexas. And of course, first company which comes to their mind is Anexas. So we are all happy for them. But as you rightly said, think and talk in terms of the customer's language, means whatever customer wants, instead of and I hope my own master black belts, my teams, all the 10 master black belts, they must be listening to this, because usually we tend to and of course I'm accepting our mistake here. Usually we tend to show or display the same presentation which we already have to all the clients, which says cycle time reduction, rework reduction, waste reduction, and improving the productivity. But as you rightly said, if the customer is struggling with costs, and if I'm talking about cycle time reduction, definitely he would not be interested. And I think a lot of master black belts have got some good clues from what Vipin said. And it's good to learn from our own alumni. That's the best part, and that's why we have initiated these talks. And I would like those other black belts and green belts and master black belts, if you also would like to share your learnings, your knowledge in Lean and Six Sigma, or any quality related field, definitely feel free to contact us, and you would be definitely benefiting a lot from these talks. Okay, Vipin, now let us go to, if I were to ask you, like sometimes people also feel that Lean Six Sigma is an old technique. It has been there for last almost 30 years, and maybe it's old now and it's no longer valid. So in this case, what is your opinion? Of course, I have my strong opinion, and I can keep on talking about its relevance for I think next 100 years. But yeah, I would like to hear from you. What is your opinion on role of Lean and Six Sigma in the future, and how whether it is relevant, first of all, to the future, and if yes, why, and if no, why?
Oh, absolutely, Shamitabh, and I kind of echo your thoughts on this subject, that the fundamentals, are very strong in both Lean and in Six Sigma. The fundamentals are very, very strong. The very fact that I am still able to very effectively use these tools and techniques in the real world and continue to solve business problems using Lean and Six Sigma tools itself is testimony to the fact that this methodology is here to stay for some more time. It is not yet outdated or irrelevant. The only thing that we all have to adopt as professionals is that we have to keep reinventing ourselves and how we use these tools and techniques. Obviously, organizations are very impatient. They want very quick results. And if I am going to be very adamant that I'm going to follow a DMAC, rigor, where I will take 6 months to, complete the project, or 8 months to complete the project, maybe that's not going to appeal to the senior management a lot. So I think what we have to do as professionals, and which I am already practicing, is to use the Lean and Six Sigma tools in a creative way, where I pick and choose the right tools and techniques to fast track my project. So if the management is looking for quick results, rather than saying that, okay, I will do a 6 month or 8 month Six Sigma project and show you the results next year, I smartly try to use the relevant tools and techniques to fast track and show the results in a much quicker way or a faster way, because people really don't want to sit through different toll gates and go through endless amounts of data analysis and statistical analysis and all that. So we as professionals should keep those kind of tools and techniques to ourselves, and only share with the management what is relevant to them and what appeals to them. So 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 what I'm trying to say is, we don't compromise on the rigor. We don't stop using the methodology, because I still very strongly believe that it's a strong methodology. It has a lot of merits. It has personally shown me time and again that there is a kind of merit in all the tools and techniques that we have learned. But your audience or your stakeholders may not have the same level of enthusiasm or commitment to those tools and techniques. So we have to be very smart in what we present to them and what we actually do at our end. And this has actually helped me in a big way, because I do all the statistical high-end analyses and everything to validate the data the way it is supposed to be done, but I don't present it. I just present what will appeal to the management, and that actually helps me to cut short the time, not have very lengthy meetings or tollgate sessions where people are not able to retain their focus or attention for extended periods of times. But at the same time, I am using the tools and techniques in the background to achieve the same results. To answer your question, absolutely, I agree with you that I don't think Lean Six Sigma is outdated or irrelevant. It's just that we have to use it smartly to our advantage, and it's going to give us results.
I remember 10 years back, I used to tell all my students, sometimes even that time also, it was around 20 years old, and people used to say it has been 20 years around, and what next? What's going to come next? So I used to tell, well, whatever comes next, it will be using the same tools and techniques. Maybe the name might be different. Like, for example, TQM existed for a long time, and all the tools which we use in Lean Six Sigma, like cause and effect, Pareto, box plots, scatter plots, all these 7 QC tools, all these were part of TQM earlier, or any other quality initiative earlier. But later on, it was branded in as Lean Six Sigma. And then after, I would say they became part of Lean Six Sigma. So I used to tell the same thing, that these tools and techniques are going to be there forever, but the name might be different. Now I see, when I look at AI, artificial intelligence, and when we look at regression and binary logistic regression and all the techniques which are used in AI, I just remember my words. I wouldn't say that now Lean Six Sigma is transformed into AI. I can't say that, but a lot of things, a lot of knowledge which we have in Lean Six Sigma can be easily used in AI. So the tools and techniques are not going to go away, only the shapes and form might change. So very well said. Vipin, I would also like to know what advice you would give to the people who are just becoming green belts and black belts, who are just, in fact, I just finished before joining you, I was conducting a green belt session, and there was another black belt session running, which Gopi was conducting a training, and then there was another CPHQ training which Vignesh was conducting. So we are busy, and right now today we have got some good number of students who are undergoing the training, and also who just completed. So what will be your advice to these people?
Sure. So my advice is that what I'm noticing of lately is that there's a lot of commercialization around these kind of trainings and certifications. People are just attending these trainings because they just want to put it on their CV or on their LinkedIn profile that they are certified green belt or black belt or master black belt, whatever certification. I would urge all the participants of these training sessions to not just focus on the certification, but focus on the actual learning and actual application of these tools and techniques in their day-to-day work, because that is what will get you the true value and the benefit that this methodology deserves. And you don't have to necessarily do a full-fledged project. You can pick and choose the tools and techniques and apply it in a very simple way in your day-to-day work, and reap the benefits of those tools and techniques. So my advice is to focus on the learning, and not really do it from the perspective of just having a certification. Yes, certification is important. It will add value to your profile. It will help in your career growth. But without the knowledge or without the practical application of that knowledge, that certification doesn't have any meaning. So I would urge everyone to focus on the learning, which I think is the most important.
Focus on the certification. I also tell people same thing, that one of the things which you will get from Anexas is that at least we ensure that the transfer of knowledge happens and all the tools and techniques are taught to you in the right way. So if you're from Anexas, at least people are confident that you have been taught properly. At least, jokingly I said, and but we don't know how much you grasped it. I cannot guarantee that. Of course, I was just joking, but we test them. We actually test them, and we also ask them to do projects. We also take a project case study. We tell them to fill in the project template, and if they submit it, then they receive the certificates. And of course, if they are interested in doing a real project, we ask them to submit all the analysis, and if they need any help there, our master black belts are always there to help them. So our master black belts, green belts, black belts who are certified from us will always be never alone. They are always taken care of, even they have done the trainings. And of course, Vipin is one of the persons who can vouch for that, because he has been with us for so long, and at various points of time, he has really helped us a lot. And we have also helped him whenever he needed. So that's how this Anexas family is, and that's how we grow. Good. So anything towards anything else you would like to add towards the end? Any message you would like to give it to Anexas? Anything from your side you would like to say? Please, I leave it to you for the closing words, and then we can close the talk once I hear from you some message, especially for completing 14 years of Anexas. So message to our, let's say, our team, and message to our alumni.
Sure, Mr. Amitabh. So there are two things I would like to say. One is, to add on to the point that you just mentioned, that just like the way, Anexas has imparted a lot of knowledge to me through the training sessions and coaching sessions, Anexas has also given me the opportunity to enhance my learning through giving me the opportunity to coach and support green belts and black belts. So like Mr. Amitabh rightly mentioned, that it's not just about the classroom training, but we go beyond the training, where we encourage the participants to conduct or complete projects in their respective organizations. And obviously all organizations don't have the luxury of having a full-time master black belt like me to coach the in-house green belts and black belts. So that's where this facility becomes very, very valuable, both for the person who is doing the project and also for the master black belt like me who's coaching that green belt, because I get the benefit of getting exposure to so many different projects in different organizations by virtue of the coaching opportunity. And those green belts or black belts benefit through the coaching provided by the Anexas master black belts. So it's a very mutually win-win kind of a situation where both the parties benefit from this relationship. And it has really helped me a lot, because the kind of experience that I have gained, I could not have gained from one single organization or doing the projects in one single organization. It has actually imparted a wealth of knowledge into me. So that is the first point I wanted to make. And the second point is I really wanted to thank Mr. Amitabh and his team, because I have really grown very well in the last 14 years, thanks to the knowledge and exposure that I have gained. I started my journey with Anexas while I was based in India, in Bangalore, and today I'm based out of Dubai, and continuing to be in this field, continuing to work on Lean and Six Sigma projects, continuing to deliver a lot of training sessions. So the learning is continuing, and Amitabh and his team are always there. Even today, I reach out, when I need guidance, when I get stuck with a problem, when I need some advice, they're always there. So I would, highly recommend, this kind of a partnership, and take it, use it to your advantage, because there's a lot to take away from this, association.
Thanks, Vipin, for your kind words. And that's what I keep telling. The major difference between us and a lot of other institutes is that you never know after 2 years or 3 years, the same trainer will be there, or same company would still be there around to help you. But here we are there, and we'll be there for many, many years to come. And many of our team members are there with us for 8 years, 10 years, even 12 years. Some of them have been right from the day one, that is 14 years. So that's what makes us proud. So thanks a lot, Vipin, for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience with our green belts and black belts and master black belts, and even the PMP and CPHQ professionals. Thanks a lot. And we look forward to talk to you in future too. And I invite you to join on 28th of July when we are going to celebrate our 14 years. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.